During a recent MSNBC segment, former House Speaker Representative Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, became annoyed at host Andrea Mitchell. They always say they're retiring, but they never want to retire from the spotlight, don't they? Hello, I'm Steve Inman, and welcome back to another Resist the Mainstream episode. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Well, she just can't seem to leave the spotlight, but has any politician been able to pull this off in reality? No. Should she be with her grandkids, enjoy the retired life? Yes. Will she? Of course not. This is Nancy we're talking about here.
I think the president is a coward when it comes to helping our kids who are afraid of gun violence. I think he is cruel when he doesn't deal with helping our dreamers, of which we're very proud. I think he's in denial about the climate crisis. However, that's about the election.
The best is yet to come. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
Perhaps in this interview, someone forgot to give her some Ensure or quite possibly fill up her glass with some more prune juice. Whatever it was, Pelosi seemed irritated. MSNBC's Mitchell brought up the House GOP members possibly seeking to impeach President Joe Biden based on his alleged connections to his son Hunter Biden's business dealings. If Pelosi had just acted herself with no emotion, maybe this would have played out better for her party, but take a look at this grumpy moment.
House Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi joins me now. Speaker Emerita Pelosi, it's very good to see you. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Nice to see you. Thank you. It was wonderful to see you focus on the law enforcement because they were obviously our heroes. Thank you.
Absolutely. We've interviewed all of them and met with them, and they were in the court, in the overflow room, watching 3 out of the 4 gentlemen who had been testifying early and present for all of the January 6th hearings. I want to get your reaction to the history we saw unfold yesterday. A former president of the United States pleading not guilty over an alleged conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election while he was still leading the country. And according to his own lawyer's admission last night on television, he did, as charged in the indictment on page 34, pressure his vice president, in real time on January 4th, to pause the count, send it back to the states, even though John Eastman, one of the alleged co-conspirators, unindicted co-conspirators, I should say, said at 11:45 p.m. on January 6th in an email to the vice president's counsel that this would be a, quote, minor violation of the Electoral College Act. Mm-hmm. Your view.
Well, as I have said, this is heartbreaking for the country. It leads me to a very prayerful time as we say, God bless America, to really bless America with people having an openness to receive the truth. The focus, as I mentioned, thank you, Officer Dunn and the others. I hear from them, and there's just... They want the truth to come out. Here they are still protecting the people who voted against accepting the Electoral College results because they're professionals, because they're patriotic, because they do their jobs. So to see the President of the United States be arraigned.
How do you feel about the push by the House Republicans? Many of them, the Speaker has certainly, flirted with this idea of impeachment proceedings against, President Biden because of unfounded allegations that he was involved with his son Hunter's businesses. And as you well know, as you were very cautious about starting impeachment proceedings for the very reason that once you start in a special committee or the Judiciary Committee, it's very hard to stop that process.
Well, with all due respect to your question, this is frivolous. This is a diversionary tactic They just can't stand the fact that we had a job report of over nearly 200,000 jobs today, that unemployment is 3.5%, that 18 straight months of unemployment being under 4%. We're talking about 13.4 million jobs created with Joe Biden in the White House and working with the congressional Democrats. They have to change the subject, and they have nothing to offer the American people in terms of jobs and the rest. They talk about it, but then they change the subject when it's time to deliver. I'm so proud of the Democrats and the Congress. We fully intend to take back the House the next time so we don't have to deal with the frivolity, the waste of time of the Congress for them to go down this path.
So the party of impeachment wants to get mad about the impeachment process.
Senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection.
Very ironic. This time there's actual stacked up tangible evidence against Hunter Biden. Meanwhile, they're on their 70th something indictment with Trump, who hasn't been found guilty of any of those charges, and how much taxpayer money has been wasted on these efforts. The impeachment process for Biden is literally a drop in the bucket. It's pennies compared to the amount you have spent with the witch hunt of Trump. It's the outsider who scares you, who just might make a return, who could quite possibly be the greatest comeback of all time if their favorite president returns to the White House by the name of Donald Trump. This is Resist the Mainstream. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.